Hello there, this is Skinless, the guild leader for Eternal Alliance, and today we're going to be looking at another part of choosing your path of Galactic Conquest. So, I know I've broken this up into kind of a mini-series to kind of give people a chance to more or less see what parts that they need to understand. So, I went ahead and I let my energy refresh a little bit overnight. And now we're going to kind of walk through today specifically the idea of what the higher value is between the Wandering Scavenger and your key cards. So a new player, more times than not, I'm going to tell you your key cards or your data discs are going to be the go-to. I've kind of looked at these for a minute, and I already saw like this quickening one, where all allied units, they gain 6.5% speed and a 4.5 evasion bonus. This isn't just good in the aspect of that, hey, you're getting these bonuses, to keep your characters top, doing more than what they're already doing. But this also actually negates partially the aspect of your stamina, if you think about it. Because you're getting the 6.5% bonus. I didn't do the math exactly, but you saw in probably my earlier videos how when we used General Veers right off the bat, you went from having the 200 plus speed down to underneath a 199. So this actually will allow you to be able to still have a higher speed and continue to use your units over time. But the other thing to think about within all this is going to be right here, your Wandering Scavenger. So, to me, looking at this again, you've got another health recovery option, which is actually awesome underneath the crew lead. So you've got some really, really great discs. But what does the Wandering Scavenger have? So the point of today's video is to kind of see whether or not, there's any worth here. I mean, I'm kind of looking here. You only get to see 4 items. So you have to move closer to actually purchase items. So my question is there more items here? So to get to your Wandering Scavenger, I can take either one of these two paths. So the key is at least going to be fighting one of these two guys here. So to me, I'm finding that already off the bat, based on looking at my enemies, I'm probably going to want to take on the Resistance team, because I really don't feel like taking on some troopers. And then, that means that I need to take on the bugs. So, that kind of gives you an idea of, okay, who do I want to go ahead and attack? Because it's all about the path, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and take out the bugs. And we're going to go ahead and use something like, let's use my Night Sisters. It's a little bit of a slower option, but let's give it a go. So, I could have used Treya. I could have used a lot of different things, actually. And the other thing I didn't forget, the thing I forgot to look at was actually the bonuses that were going to be on these bugs. So, you have a timer. Remember that. So, you kind of got to be a little careful on that aspect of things. But I have decent Night Sisters. So, I'm not feeling too worried about going through this and feeling pretty good about the kill. Let's see. Wish I had some cool music for you guys. Warner Brothers got on my case a little bit there for some of my other videos. But that's fine. That happens. So, kind of just showing off another counter team that you can use, actually. Now that we've actually got this stun there, I could go after GBA. Let's see if I can get him out. If I can get him out, that'd be even better. Bam! Okay, cool. So, go ahead and make sure we've kind of set ourselves up. I don't want to have to explain to poor Talzin's mother that, she's in a bad spot. Oof. Okay. Heal up. Finish him off. Okay, awesome. There we go. So we've gone ahead and gotten rid of the bugs. So got another couple bits of currency there. All right, awesome. So now we, as always, want to look at the enemies behind. And I mean, the enemies are definitely scaling compared to what we saw before. We definitely have seen some. We've seen the Separatist lineup, the whole time. I mean, maybe not this exact one, but we've seen this lineup. We've seen these things. And we haven't seen Mon Mothma yet, which is definitely one that is not super awesome to see. But I mean, you have CLS in there and Raid Han comparatively to. And your turret or your Biggs or Wedge, or your Scout Trooper. So I mean, this is not exactly the top tier, top brass of the Mon Mothma team. Nest is a scary one if you don't know what you're doing, but we're actually gonna probably look at Nest there within the Old Republic. Kind of seems like the ideal team for me to take on. So I really don't care which area I would go to. This can also affect your decision of whether or not to go for the Wandering Scavenger or to go for your data disk. Now, if I was playing this just me and just wanted to go for this, I'd be like, data disk, just go for it, go for it. But here's the thing is, I want to see whether or not it's worth it to not go for the data disk, but instead go after our Wandering Scavenger. So I'm going to decide which one I want to take down. In fact, I need to technically be able to, for our feats, if you remember from another video, you have your event feats, and you need to do these guys here. So you need to get light side, dark side in there. But the biggest one for me is going to be feats for Sector 1. I'm getting closer to the end, and I need to gain advantage 20 times. So a great way to gain advantage, if you aren't sure, is going to be with First Order. In fact, I can actually show you guys a really awesome sheet. Later on, I can link that to how the buffs work, where you can find them. You'll look in the comment section, and you'll see what the buff is that they're talking about, and it should give some examples on there as well, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and go after, wow, that's kind of a glitch there where they don't really show the unit. I mean, they show the unit, but they're dark. So we're going to go after the Resistance team here, and we're going to go ahead and pull up First Order team. Let's see. So I want to keep it fair, and I mean, I could use SLKR if I wanted. I think that would be counterproductive to our process here. So I'm going to go ahead and use a more standard lineup. Yeah, let's go ahead and try this one here and see what we can go ahead and do. So, pop these guys in, see if we can get some advantage up. I really don't like Resistance Fin there. I'm going to go ahead and start feeding turn meter to our Fox here. Wow, big hit already off the bat. So, let's go ahead and pop that out. So what I've gone ahead and done right off the beginning is I just wanted to get rid of 3PO. 3PO is my main concern. And the one thing you want to be doing as you go through these battles, something I've been failing to kind of show, is you want to consistently not just check your what exactly team you're fighting, but remember, we want to actually also look at what exactly is the bonuses for these individuals. Why are we taking these ones down? So why would I have chosen Resistance over, per se, the General Grievous team of the South, or the Moff Gideon team that we went ahead and faced? So if I go back to this here, we can go ahead and look at the bonuses they had. Luckily, when they resist detrimental effects, they gain some bonuses. Let me click on it now. What the heck? There we go. Over prepared. So little glitches we're finding. So they've already got some boosts to them. So we're not using tired units. We're using decent units that were ready to roll, ready to go. we're not using, just whatever the heck. But there we go. I got 17 cases of advantage. Very easy to do if you have some first order. Mine were gear 13 because I've gone after SLKR, but they still work and actually take out that team at gear 12. They could probably do it at a lower gear as well. As you saw, they just absolutely slaughtered them. That combo is a little more unique, but you could use a Sith Trooper, or there's a lot more options you could use within that. Now, was it worth it? So now we've gone ahead and we can only commit. So let's go ahead and commit. Bam. And we've just learned that you can literally only go after what you see. So to me, we saw this before. We saw this before where these are bonuses that you can buy at any point during the game. I mean, you have a whole store of these items. So what was the point of going through and doing that? Absolutely nothing, in my opinion at least. So you can see it before you even get to it. So, I mean, we could do it again. We can go ahead and pop one more forward just to kind of show another option as far as for what to expect, what you can do. I just want to take these guys out real quick, and I want to make sure I don't lose anybody. Throw old Ben in there. Yeah, we'll throw old Ben. Okay. So, in fact, actually, I probably should have thrown 3-Pac in there. All right. So, a lot easier than I expected. So, actually, 3-Pac would have been the better option to go with. I don't want her doing her thing. Get Zalbar out of there. Bam. Okay, wow, they resisted everything. Probably another failure on my part to read. But it's fine. Okay, cool. Very easy. Again, your roster may not be able to necessarily be able to do the same things, but these are things to be kind of looking at and do. And so the reason why we've gone ahead and done this is we were able to beat the middle, which allowed us to look at any battle we wanted there. But right here, looking at this again, we've talked about this before. This right here just tells me these are the only 4 items I'm getting. I'm definitely going after the key cards. I mean, is less of a quickening bonus. You can actually see the same bonus, the quickening bonus that we actually saw earlier, where you get the 5% speed rather than 6.5. But this tells me that I'm more interested in data discs. In fact, data discs probably are going to have more value to you as you go through this at any level of the game. So we're going to go ahead and start working towards those data discs. But at least this way you're able to see kind of a little bit of a difference of what is worth what and what is important to the player as they kind of go through the field and as they kind of run through. So I hope that this has taught you a little bit of something, kind of shown you a few different options of what you can do, and that, I am excited to see you guys in the next run. And as always, I say Skinless is out.